the team of your choice on Twitter. The fans, the audience have been cheering for TSM, but if you want to let us know who it's going to be online, it's hashtag SSG win or hashtag TSM win for the Koreans of Samsung Galaxy, or the North American squad of TSM here in San Francisco, cheering on their home team. But here we go. Day 7 of Worlds begins now as Samsung Galaxy takes on TSM.
Crepo, I loved your point about hasting in the Olaf in this game. As is customary in TSM games, in the USA, they get the chant. A lot of this early game will hinge, though, on whether or not Svenskeren can get some item late, where Biofrost was getting that ward, but they have it down now, and they're a little bit more safe.
And it's also very dangerous to ward Tribush there against the Rek'Sai. He could go for the double tunnel over. We'll look at that later as Svenskeren is approaching a pushing rumble.
Yeah, and right away, Kube turns around and Sven says, okay, this was warded. He sees me. I know there's vision around this area, and says, ooh, but look at this. Ambition hasn't taken his blue buff yet. Spots it. Is on top of a ward, though. Could get collapsed upon. Yeah,
this would be very dangerous for Svenskeren, but Hanser calls missing. It's still going to be dangerous.
Okay, dodges the first Praising, but now getting slowed down by Kube. And flash knockup! That's not enough life for Svenskeren. First blood comes through for Ambition. Nicely played stop at the counter jungle.
And Jad, this exactly echoes the point you were making earlier, how it's so important to have pushing lanes, because in between pushing lanes, you can invade. And right now, Hanser may not be safe.
He's so low. 300 HP, Ambition. There's the knockup. He pulls aggro. Kube to follow up. The stun's going to get him to trade the kill, but it's still advantage Samsung Galaxy 2-1 with assists on both kills.
That's not the time you want to be going for the invade.
And so at this exact moment that Svenskeren knows he's screwed up, so all he can do is maybe juke out. He's running a flashless jungler as well, ghost only. Gotta be bold move here now. Bjergsen.
Oh, he dodges the bombs. Crab with the chase, and a solo kill in the mid lane at level 5.
You miss your bombs on Zilean and you have nothing left.
Suddenly disappears.
Threat once again, equalizer used pretty much on cooldown. It looks like Kube says, I'm not going to get gank attention here. Cannon hard enough to dive. I'll just ult to zone you out. Maybe kill your pink ward. That kind of stuff is working out. Biofrost looking for a trade on a core JJ. Plenty of damage onto the Tom Kench, then back onto Ruler. Nicely traded. Burns the exhaust, and Double gets rooted up now. Someone's got to take the curtain call. Biofrost walking in a range. He can eat off the flash. The chop comes in, and a nice flash to get out of range. Core JJ overextended. What an outplay by TSM. Ruler forced to flash away, and now Bjergsen running for his life. Ambition looking for the knockup. Can't quite get it, and TSM finally get a kill answered back.
What a huge outplay there by TSM, and very surprising that no one teleported to that fight, because everyone else was skirmishing elsewhere on the map.
And Samsung Galaxy was definitely planning that move. They knew they had the back end of that trade locked down. Core JJ sadly overextended a little bit, and it leaves Ruler exposed.
Why is Ruler staying under the turret? That's going to be a free kill picked up, perfectly executed by TSM. Biofrost pulls the aggro, and TSM are now winning the game.
And specifically with the supportive mid laner like Zilean, it is so critical that one of your damage dealers snowball. Not only does TSM get 2 kills, but they get them on the right person. 2 kills for double solution, plus the CS advantage, plus what should be the first turret goal if he stops trying to be greedy and deny all these minions. She just get it and go back.
They knew Victor recalled. Core JJ's here now. This is 650 gold to Doublelift himself, 1,000 gold to the team. Big lead TSM.
Yeah, it was a really beautiful trade. Look how Core JJ steps into Karma Q here, because he doesn't want Biofrost to cut off the exit path. Right then, after double spells are on cooldown, they realize they actually have Curtain Call to do damage. So it's paramount to block. But if you're blocking that closely, it gives access to the Devour. But the Grey Health runs out there, and suddenly Core JJ is kind of surprised. Like, I thought I had way more health than this.
And also the timing almost worked out for them. If they were able to spit Doublelift out of Tom Kench as the final Jim shot was going, he wouldn't have been able to flash backwards, but they messed up the timing.
And now you've got to fight in the top lane. Hanser versus Kube, plenty of damage.
Rek'Sai's here.
Left, but here comes Ambition. The flash knockup, the flash run from Hanser, and there's the equalizer to get the kill back up. TSM losing 1, Samsung Galaxy 4-3.
Definitely feels like Hanser got baited there. Saves it for the last hit.
Yeah, he saves for the last hit. He kind of got surprised by overheating a little bit, got a little scared there, but in the end, hang on, Bjergsen, not again, right?
Not under that much. That pops the ult. He's going to walk in a turret range to get the revive.
Oh no!
He's not going to now.
Biofrost shielded him, so he didn't pop the revive.
Kills him, and it's going to be Crown taking him out. Huge misplay by Bjergsen. Doesn't get the revive off, and now Samsung with control.
That was the misplay by Biofrost. Doublelift Bjergsen ulted himself because there's no way Crown could stop the damage from his Chaos Storm for ticking, but Biofrost came in and shielded him so that ultimate didn't kill him. But now Core JJ way out of position.
Rooted, caught out. He's going to go down.
Yeah,
another kill to Doublelift.
Both these teams so smart sometimes in terms of cross-map and awareness of where people... So Samsung Galaxy having a much better performance here in Week 2.
Close game. Only 1,300 gold apart. Here comes the play. Equalizer gets a little bit of damage on Hanser, but I feel like that could have been aimed better by Kuve.
TSM was ready for this. They knew they disappeared, and the counter teleport comes out.
3 versus 3. How good is it going to be? Bjergsen is in. Doesn't get a stun just yet, but plenty of damage onto Ambition. Slicing Maelstrom comes through. They will kill off the Rek'Sai. 1 for 0. And now Doubleth versus Crown. Bioffrost to help the Culling. Knocks him down. Gets away from everything else. The shields get him away. 2 for 0 TSM with control over the top lane.
Yeah, massive exhaust from Bifrost. Delays the damage from Crown, and he drops before he can take out Doubleth.
And also, Crown was trying to
Bring up about Doubleth. I love runes and masteries. He's only got 35 MR. He actually cut several magic resist glyphs for either attack speed or mana regen, which against double AP Rumble Victor is actually going to be very scary. Right now, though, it's a battle for the red buff. Ambition, chomped up by CoreJJ, gets away. The Devour keeping him safe, but the bomb still blows up. Battle for the red buff, and Svenskeren steals his second red in a row.
But to touch on that point, Freak, it actually all ties in together because they won lane super hard, having slightly better trade. Forgiven is also an AD carry that will forego the magic resistance in lane and put it more into raw damage, hoping he can acquire more gold that way by getting 2v2 kills. This was Doubleth.
Drake itself, and TSM do finally with their
teleport bot from Bjergsen.
Looking for a bit of a play onto Kuve. Slicing Maelstrom gets a bit of CC, can get the second stun. Once the Q comes back up from cooldown, gets that one. Here's the Equalizer looking for the chase down. Hanser running low on health, gets away from one of the bombs, and it's going to be the quick revive. Hanser will be fine. Bjergsen lands the time bomb. That should be the kill onto Kuve, and it is enough damage. The 1 for 0 off the teleport.
And once again, a little bit strange by TSM, actually. Hanser could have stayed on the Equalizer and revived, but he ran off of it and did revive. Fight in the mid lane with 2 solo laners from TSM gone.
Svenskeren quite low, pops the ulti late. He's running out of health. The chase down, and a nice shot from Ruler. Now into Biofrost. One more shot will kill him. And Doubleth does not even block the shot. Died to Crown anyway. Control of the mid lane, a 2 for 0 to Samsung, and that's going to be a very low, almost dead turret.
But it shows you the value of that 2-item spike on Victor. Nobody can get out of that Chaos Storm because it applies continuous slow from the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, and now Bjergsen way too far forward.
Overstepping, chase down by Ruler, and Doubleth was exhausted. The chase, a couple more autos would kill him, but he does get out of range. TSM hemorrhaged 3 kills in a row.
And it kind of shows that Samsung Galaxy are no slouches to play against. If TSM overcommits, which they did on the bottom side of the map, Samsung will punish them, and then they overstay yet again. Hanser has teleport, but no ultimate, and they have no vision over this early Baron by Samsung.
They just found out with a boot trinket, but it seems too late for Hanser to react here. No ultimate, so he can't really do much, even if he teleports. And TSM, really bad read in that fight. They all tried to protect Svenskeren, and Victor this early in the game completely surprised them. Because look at how Svenskeren and Bifrost kind of hug each other, and they both get stuck into this fight.
And Sven takes so long to realize he should ult out of this one. Takes so much damage before he finally starts running away.
Yeah, and they'd use the Montrix shield very early, and at that point, Bifrost and Doubleth actually just need to completely bail out on the play, but you can tell TSM was in a very defend-focused mentality, not thinking that Samsung would be able to make the play without the Rumble. But Crown is the guy with all the gold, and Jin is always effective when he opens up with Curtain.
But at this point, why walk up here if you're Bjergsen and Doubleth? Very odd for them.
That's the bigger mistake.
TSM is
as well as a team composition perspective. TSM snowballed so many of their games and had the lowest average game time of teams at Worlds. But also, a composition with Zilean, Olaf, and Lucian is all about hitting the 2-item power spikes and then trying to run over the enemy team. Except as soon as TSM hit the 2-item power spikes, they were disjointed and gave up Baron. So Samsung's going to actually have this Baron throughout when TSM should be strongest, and then actually have a goal beat after the fact.
It's pressed over. Here comes the attempt at a dive. Bomb goes off to the side, looking for Ambition. The root's going to land, but do they have the damage they need?
Juve has no teleport.
Hanser coming in from the side, but he's going to get rooted, and that could be Hanser dying. Gets the revive, so he'll wait for a second. Ambition is dead, but here's the re-engage on towards Hanser. The swipe's going to land. Ruler getting a ton of damage, forcing the flash out. So far, it's just the 1 for 0, but Rumble is still pushing the top lane, and TSM could lose another turret. CoreJJ not getting hit by the culling bullets here for Doubleth, and that means actually total gold up for Sam.
But we're cresting over that point now, and Samsung, from a compositional perspective, gets much stronger from here on out.
This is the threat once again. Look for the dive, and a beautiful equalizer across all of TSM. Svenskeren holding the front line with the Guardian Angel, and TSM stay alive. Now, how's the re-engage going to be? It's Doubleth running out of health, and oh, already the Chrono Shift is burned. TSM going to have a miserable time in the next 5-on-5, which means Samsung runs right for Baron.
And because the Chrono Shift is down and Doubleth is low, they can just take this Baron. This is actually a Baron that TSM shouldn't try and contest. They're expecting Samsung to do it. This could be real bad for TSM.
Sees it, Tom Kench, wards over the wall. Here comes the engage, the flash knockup on a Biofrost, and TSM running out of health. That's already Guardian Angel down. Biofrost the first casualty of it, but nowhere for Sven to go. That's 2 for 0. Re-engage for Hanser. Damage on the Crown. Can't quite get the damage. He's gonna survive it, and even Kuve's gonna live. Well played by CoreJJ. CoreJJ, no kills, but Doublelift once back in. These health bars are negative right now, but TSM cannot turn in any of the kills, and it's a 2 for 0 to Samsung.
If Doublelift had vision there, he would have flashed E, double tapped in for a double kill, but he wasn't sure where.
So that's the situation in which not having a Zonias can actually be good. All told, though, it's a very positive play for Samsung. They get 2 kills and continue to have vision control of Baron. Plus, Doublelift already low before this fight even starts.
He's a bit afraid of a Baron bait. They're going to run in and see, hey, it's Ambition right in the front. Another good equalizer, but it splits TSM for a few seconds. Hanser jumps over it. He'll stay alive, but half HP here on this cannon.
Man, CoreJJ doing a good job on Tom Ken. Just really
Vicious cycle of OT or Samsung with a lot of damage out of my face. And that's been the situation for TSM since minute 20 here, hoping to maybe get some control back. Looking at the mid lane, they've got the inside track, actually. And if they play it right, they can make this happen. Now Bjergsen is one attack, getting away from the equalizer. The chase on a Biofrost is Kube. That's the flash forced out. Now here's the teleport to join in. Hanser in the back line, but gets exhausted. How much is the follow-up damage? Perfect shield from CoreJJ. That's going to be Kube burning down. The chase in it. Doublelift gets 1. He gets 2. He's looking for 3, and Crown will keep his kingdom for now, but TSM with the 3 for 0.
Doublelift.
Oh, and he gets deleted. Looks for the play, turns right back around on him. Samsung saving it with the big burst out of the mid laner.
He must have assumed that Crowd had to have used perfect Zillion revive.
Yep, they made the first 4 steps right and the 5th step wrong. But here, the initiation doesn't quite catch on to TSM. We talked about the lack of backline access from Samsung, and they finally get the teleport engaged from Hanser. The unburrow was early from Ambition. The exhaust does hit, but the CC lands, and Crown is zoned out of the fight, not to mention the patience from Bjergsen on his chrono shift.
And I'm going to want to see a team fight breakdown of this fight here because Doublelift perfectly skirts around the Scuttlecraft being right there in front of them. They still bait aggressively and they still force vision out.
Biofrost gonna make Ambition go, but he's still gonna get rooted. Svenskeren gonna get hit up as well. Pops the ulti. That's gonna be down for the rest of this fight though. Sven gonna be a slightly better target, but here comes Kurt Call looking for a Doublelift. Plenty of damage here. Sven's gonna block it, but Doublelift's running out of HP. Bjergsen flashes to rejoin his team, but he's at half health. This is Samsung Galaxy controlling now the map as they walk up to the mid lane.
Such nice use of Jhin right there, getting total control of not only the Baron area, but if they wanted the Elder Drake. Instead, they push mid lane knowing the TSM is segmented to the side of the map, and they get this turret.
It's a partial flank, but you've got Olaf and Kennen coming in from the lane itself. They're looking for a bit of a play. Sven slowed down, dodges the root,
No
but
ultimate
Hanser's
on
in the
Sven.
wings. Here comes the attempt at a fight. Jumps in. They look for Crown. Plenty of damage, and Hanser does not pop the Zodias. He gets deleted. A 1 for 0. TSM missing their top laner.
And that's the burst that Samsung can bring to the table. That was mainly Ruler, I think, getting a 4th shot crit on a Hanser before he was able to pop his Zonias.
There's also a Q proc here and an E from Crown in there, not even having to use his ultimate. So quick on the target selection. Most teams flinch when they see a cannon. Very few think about just one-shotting
Here
it.
comes the Baron steal attempt. Sven gonna get knocked around. 2,000 health left on Baron. They can finish during the Guardian Angel. Double fronts in. Gets revived, but the health bars are so low. Sven, what's he gonna choose? Is it Baron or is it the fight? Double gets the trade kill on a Crown. The Baron steal. No, it's gonna go to Samsung Galaxy, and they've got complete control. That's a dead Biofrost. The shutdown comes through to Ruler. It is 4 versus 1 with a Baron buff.
And in such a chaotic moment, Samsung focuses on exactly the right things. They burn the Guardian Angel. They immediately make sure the Crown is damaging Doublelift, and they eliminate the damage sources before getting Baron.
Even little things, just waiting for the dash post-revive from Doublelift. Crown held his laser until Doublelift was already moved to a different location and then traded his life for him. And at that point, Samsung Galaxy had convincingly won the fight.
Now they're looking for the fruits of their labor. They've won the fight now for the spoils of war. Mid lane inhibitor going to be theirs. Bot lane opened up as well. And Bjergsen's got a dodge away. The flash knockup, it forces his self-revive. The chrono shift going to be on cooldown, and he's got nowhere to go. An easy kill to pick up. 5 kills in a row now for Samsung Galaxy. Hanser alone to defend. Looking for damage. Picks off Ruler, and Crown's already dead. It's a 3 versus 1. Hanser loses his life. Does not pop Zonia's there either to buy the time, but it does mean that bottom inhibitor is now open. That's going to be grabbed. TSM do have their bot lane back up, and they're hoping for the big play. CoreJJ with a nice one. The attempted root, no, a flash away from Kube keeps him alive. The haste back onto Doublelift. Can he reach his target? And the answer is yes, he can. Samsung's top laner running for dear life. He is still going to drop down, and that is going to be some eventual time TSM have. TSM looking for the re-engage. 20 seconds on Kube. No teleport
TSM
either.
trying to double teleport into this one because they have a temporary 5v4.
They've got to try. Here they are. Bjergsen's in with this, and TSM would love a 5v4 here. We'll see if it can happen. Svenskeren plenty of XP. Hanser looking for the flank. This could be the fight that turns TSM back in on this one. Cuvée is not even alive yet. Again, the 5v4, TSM need this to go right because they are losing their base to minions as we speak.
This is the type of play that can go down to a steal attempt, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
2,000 HP left on the Elder Dragon. Hanser still waiting for the flank play, looking for the damage, and it's going to be picked up by Ruler from Samsung Galaxy, but the fight begins anyway. Ruler down to half. CoreJJ a bit low. Not going to land it, but Cuvée has joined the fight, and suddenly it's going pear-shaped for TSM. Hanser forced away. They just have not found the engage. They never pulled the trigger on the fight, and Samsung Galaxy walk away with the buff.
There was so much zone at the start from that perceived cannon flank from Hanser, but he would never find a moment to pull the trigger. And right now, Galaxy's in the base.
Super Galaxy Cuvée looking for this one, knocking down the first of the turrets, but no, Hanser gonna trade the kill on that one, 5v4, and ooh, that's Guardian Angel down for CoreJJ, but the turrets are dead, the inhibitors as well. Doublelift gonna lose his life with impeccably bad timing as the chrono shift wore off, and it's now gonna be the Nexus, it's gonna be the game, and Samsung Galaxy gets revenge on TSM and holds on to first place for now.
They said it before the day, they must win against TSM and RNG, and this is exactly the way they want to start, evening the head-to-head against TSM and taking them down in the first game of the day.
3-1 now sits Samsung Galaxy. Every single game means so much. Royal might tie them up in the next game, but
it doesn't matter for them because momentum is all they need today. All these teams will play 3 matches today, which means if you smash the first one in the fashion that they do right now, not really smash, but such a close, satisfying victory here for Samsung. Fell